Back to our episode with Gizmo 86, and in this episode, as you can probably see from the title, it's just going to be an episode on the pit about how one of the most famous Hypixel YouTubers, Technoblade, has managed to like get so far into the pit, a lot farther than I am, and how he's got so many mystics and stuff. Which, if you're wondering how much stuff he has, I'll have a clip in a minute or so of his pit panda stats and all that stuff, and I'll be showing that off pretty soon. But in this episode, I'm going to try to solve the mystery of how he got to Prestige like 8, I think it is, in less than an hour and got all these mystics and stuff like that. So if you're seeing this video, it means I've made somewhat of a significant movement towards actually figuring out how he managed to do this. Because if not, then it would be kind of worthless to publish. And I got more motivation to do this video after my last video on why the pitch reset, which is pretty much just somewhat of a rant of me just talking about the pit. And in clarification for that, I'll probably have another video coming out that may have came out before this, depending on how well I can research the technoblade topic on the pit, of about just clarifying that I'm not quitting the pit. The pit's not going to be my main anymore. I'm going to do I'm in a bridge guild right now. I'm doing bridge, doing bed wars, trying to do a bunch of other stuff like that. And yeah, I'll probably be making more videos on that somewhat soon and try to get at least weekly uploads. It's going to be a bit harder now that school's in, but anyways, let's get on. Well, so now to the video. I'm going to try to make this video in not like a kind of this is how he did it, not like how Technoblade managed to do all this stuff, and more of I researched this and found this so that it wouldn't create another mystery by solving this mystery, because that would just confuse everyone, and maybe someone will actually care about the episode this way, or in the least be able to figure out where I went wrong by making judgments against Technoblade and stuff, or to be able to carry this on and figure out get closer to the truth, get closer to figuring out the truth about Technoblade and stuff like this. So anyways, I think it'll be an interesting video, even if there is no even if the end isn't the most interesting, because of just how bizarre the situation is and stuff, and just doing some calculations and stuff like that. It should be kind of fun. And yeah, like I said in my last pit video, I published it 3 days ago and it got 18 views already. It had 10 views within the first few hours that it uploaded. So in compared to my other videos, that's blowing up. That's a pretty well done video right there, view wise. It's definitely not the best quality video and stuff like that. But anyways, let's just get on with the video, and I'm just gonna go pull up a few more websites and stuff like that, and then I'll continue recording with that. Okay, so now where you're at pitpanda.rocks, it's basically a player stat finder for Hypixel Pit, and I'm going to be looking at Technoblade stats just because I think this is going to be one of the best ways to figure out, this is going to show the mystery and the problem. There we go, those are the right words. But as you can see, in his prestige there is level, gold, and playtime. Now when you look at his playtime, 1 hour and 45 minutes, and he's prestige 7. He's let me see. You can see maxed out his gold. He's almost prestige 8. 76.6% to prestige 8. And you look at his ender chest, he has all this stuff. Now, how do you get all this stuff in 1 hour and 45 minutes? Now, yeah, I get it. Some people could have just given it to him because he was a popular YouTuber or something. But if we look right here, now this is going to be hopefully useful. If you look there, there's combo XP 3, and then the other 2 enchants don't really matter because they're useless when compared to combo XP in this just kind of keep that in mind. So if we look over here, yes, no. Okay, so now by going to the pit in the Hypixel forums, which the leaderboard button over here is broken, it's been broken for all summer, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that, or how useful it would be to us in this during uncovering this mystery. There we go. Those are the examples. So if you go to the pit and just don't mess with filters or anything, go back to the first possible forms post right here. The last row there is, which is easy on the top. You just go over and click the button farthest to the right, and you can see all these forms posts, which were made a long time ago. So now I was hoping that there would be a few staff forum posts and stuff like that about anything really and there's not really an easy way to do stuff like that. Now, if I knew someone who was a pit staff, like who actually made all the add-ons and stuff like that in the beginning, it would be a lot easier. Um, but I can try to search through some more forum stuff and try to dig around here and see if I can actually manage to find something useful. Okay, so now by doing a really basic search right here, I found this. Someone had the idea, I'm assuming it's just some random person on the server, had the idea of adding a playtime tracker or counter. And this was May 26th, 2019. Now, if this was implemented, I'm assuming the only way that this is possible to get so many renown, so many XP and stuff like that, and the kill counter and stuff like that, to be so low and weird like that for his prestige, is to actually, well, he could have maybe used something like the XP combo XP3, but that's kind of out of the point right now. That's not how we. Well, there's not really a way to choose, like, just decide, unless there's the kill counter, which was implemented way before this, which yeah. So now I'm going to quickly go back into Minecraft and check the stats between that and this, and his playtime, his kills, and stuff like that, reference all those, just to make sure it's absolutely correct. Then I'll move on to this forums post, and we'll go through that. Well, actually, I really just wanted to kind of say this. I just thought about it, how weird it was that it was Pit Blue, a stats website. Like, why would I even click on this? Why would I be dumb enough to just click on this? Like, yeah, it gives a year in between now and when the pit actually started, with the import stats and stuff like this. Is the Pit Blue, some of the stats requirement, manual stuff, and stats being messed up like this. But how I just clicked on Pit Blue, just being dumb enough to do that and coming across this. I mean, I remember seeing the import stats button for my account, or I think maybe one of my friends' accounts when he was playing or something. I remember seeing it before. Or it might still be there on my account, and you might just be able to hit it as much as you want. I don't really know. I'll go check in a little while, but I'm pretty sure it isn't there. But yeah, that's just some like weird click on some weird website would have got me to this. Just wow. Okay, so if we actually look at his profile in the pit, we can see his prestige, his level, his gold, his total XP, and his kills, and time played and renown, and that all lines up with what's said in Pit Panda. And yeah, like the hours played doesn't go down into minutes and stuff like that, and the kills being 88 is exactly the same. So we can assume that Pit Panda is actually giving us more precise measurement of his stats than the actual /view is. Okay, so after looking through this forum post, there was a lot of reactions and messages and stuff like that. It's basically the idea of a playtime counter, a playtime logger, and he's done all this stuff. It's just, he said that you could have achievement points for it, you could judge people according to it, and all that, 8 thumbs up, 1 like, and stuff like this, suggestions. And then you could just read through all this stuff right here. I'll try to link this down in the description down below, but I can have a bunch of stuff to link if I do all that, so not really sure. Possibly they could have achievements. No, they don't. This guy just cannot agree with that. Anyway, I mean disagree with that. They have the high stats mod, which I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna have to look into this because if high stats might be actually relevant to solving the mystery and stuff like that. He said, "There's my idea for that because of the high stat stuff. I like it, but it should be a high pixel wide idea, not a Bed Wars idea." Yeah, and then you can just see kind of the discussions, and that's it. No mods, no admins, no nothing. And then, as you can see, there's, well, the users join time and stuff like that doesn't really matter. But as you can see, there's no admins, no mods, no nothing like that. No one said that, oh yeah, we're like, no admin just decided, we're going to put this in the server. So this could be some random guy who just decided, oh, I came up with this great idea and didn't even know about /view and stuff like that. Or it could be that /view didn't have playtime, and playtime counter wasn't there during the time, which, yeah, if playtime counter wasn't there, now all we need to do is figure out when kill counter and stuff like that was actually implemented, because that'll be really useful. Okay, so here's a forums post from August 4th, 2017 from a well-known member who's a VIP named Taco God on the forums. And as you can see, his messages, reactions, and time of joining. And he basically had the idea of making a kill counter and stuff like that, and you could read through this. He had the idea for nicks and stuff like that, for like you see someone MVP++ who's getting targeted, can go back to being a non right here, weird level, and you decide all that stuff, which was implemented. And I'm not sure if that was implemented. I think nicking would be implemented with YouTube rank and MVP++, so, but that's not really what I'm thinking about. Now that could be useful to figure out if this guy's idea right here was actually taken into consideration about the Nick stuff, and he was actually the one who started the whole idea about this stuff. Um, so yeah, so basically he had the idea, so you can see in chat someone's name, kill counter. That's that MVP plus plus thing where you can see if you get like, oh, like someone username destroyed the bed, number 1,000, like hashtag 1,000 or whatever like that, or he was final, or user was final killed by user, like number whatever. So yeah, that was actually implemented too. This was implemented, and I'm not sure about the times. But yeah, he definitely got here a lot earlier than the last thing, and I don't think that the playtime counter was really implemented in 2019, but it could have been. And yeah, so we thought it would be a good idea to have Bed Wars Lobby, a little cosmetic that you turn off and then show off your skills. So yeah, I think right here is basically talking about the like statuses you could have above your head, like your ping, your kills, deaths, this, that, playtime, like all that, you know. So if you haven't seen kill count, it kind of looks like, and yeah, he's already kind of designed the idea of what that would kind of look like, and yeah, okay, I don't know, so you agree to changing or like 1,000 or 1K or whatever, and this will be in-game toggle off and cosmetic stuff, yeah. So yeah, this wasn't really that much on the pit as it was like all throughout Hypixel, and yeah. So I don't think this was really that useful overall. Yeah, but he just had some nice ideas and stuff like that. I'm not really sure why it came up with the pit, or maybe he just yeah. But yeah, I just kind of searched that and that came up. I kind of assumed it was with the pit, but it's pretty much an all-around stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably just continue to do some more digging and see what I can figure out. So now I decided to go back to the forums and take another look at the pit, and if you go here to subforums, you can go to the pit suggestions. Now if we go to these, and if there was any, like, I could try searching for a kill counter and playtime counter and stuff like that and see if that works, and I'll probably end up doing that. But these are pretty much where you get all the ideas and fixes coming in from random users and stuff like this, and I'm willing to bet that admins would have a better chance of replying to these and actually like caring about these than the other ones. So anyways, I'll just look through these and dig through these and see what I can find. So now yeah, if we look through these, you can figure out that there's only like 2 tabs here, and go into the second tab, it's September 3rd, 2020. So this definitely hasn't been up for a long time, and definitely doesn't have any old posts that would be somewhat useful to us. I mean, yeah, /Nick, rework proposal and stuff like that. These would be somewhat nice, but it's not going to be relevant or useful at all, because these are all after the time technoblade played or and stuff like that, way too far after to be anywhere relevant. So now I think that I found the Hypixel wiki fandom stuff, and I think that another important thing to note is that the game was in prototype along with like just about every other game on Hypixel. So digging through and seeing how it converted from prototype to an actual game, as you can see here, its release date in the prototype lobby, and yeah, this and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to continue trying to do some digging and try to figure out if prototype had anything to affect it and stuff like that, because I think that'll be um, like a bit easier to solve this mystery than trying to look up like when the kill counter was made or when the playtime counter was made, because I haven't had really like almost any luck in that. So yeah, I'll just kind of keep on digging. So now I think that I found the Hypixel wiki fandom stuff, and I think that another important thing to note is that the game was in prototype along with like just about every other game on Hypixel. So digging through and seeing how it converted from prototype to an actual game, as you can see here, its release date in the prototype lobby, and yeah, this and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to continue trying to do some digging and try to figure out if prototype had anything to affect it and stuff like that, because I think that'll be um, like a bit easier to solve this mystery than trying to look up like when the kill counter was made or when the playtime counter was made, because I haven't had really like almost any luck in that. So yeah, I'll just kind of keep on digging. Okay, so now after just doing a quick Google search, you can see from right here an excerpt from Pixels Wiki. It's a persistent game, dirt block, and that stuff. It's all the stuff, status available, all that stuff's correct. As I'm sure you'd already know, but this is from, you can see V1 April 21st, 2020, and yeah. It was released into the prototype lobby on February 26, 2018, and it was released as a full game on April 21st, 2020. So yeah, this should hopefully be useful if I could figure out some stats and stuff. But it's not real. I don't have anyone else to compare this to. Anyone who started like the pit real early and quit before it was out of prototype to compare stats to and see if his playtime was like 0 minutes or anything like that, or do anything like that. So that would be very useful to have a bunch of players to pull from that have played during like before and after it was released from prototype and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I'll just keep on kind of. Well, that was from the same article that I was just reading right here, just somewhere that I didn't get to about it. But anyway, so now I know that, and hopefully I can compare this with some of technoblade stats and see if I can figure out anything out of that. If not, I'll need to do some more digging and find players. I'll try to look for players who quit the pit while it was in prototype and stuff like that. If I can't manage to find something with Technoblade's time and somehow put together something like that. Okay, so now after just doing a quick Google search, you can see from right here an excerpt from Pixels Wiki. It's a persistent game, dirt block, and that stuff. It's all the stuff, status available, all that stuff's correct. Um, as I'm sure you'd already know, but this is from, um, you can see V1 April 21st, 2020, and yeah, it was released into the prototype lobby on February 26, 2018, and it was released as a full game on April 21st, 2020. So yeah, this should hopefully be useful if I could figure out some stats and stuff. But it's not real. I don't have anyone else to compare this to. Anyone who started like the pit real early and quit before it was out of prototype to compare stats to and see if his playtime was like 0 minutes or anything like that, or do anything like that. So that would be very useful to have a bunch of players to pull from that have played during like before and after it was released from prototype and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I'll just keep on kind of. Well, that was from the same article that I was just reading right here, just somewhere that I didn't get to about it. But anyway, so now I know that, and hopefully I can compare this with some of Technoblade stats and see if I can figure out anything out of that. If not, I'll need to do some more digging and find players. I'll try to look for players who quit the pit while it was in prototype and stuff like that. If I can't manage to find something with Technoblade's time and somehow put together something like that. Okay, so now I'm back on the Hypixel server, and I'm gonna just talk about a few things. One of the newest games to come into the prototype lobby and come from there back in like into actual games and the actual Hypixel thing, which Hypixel Skyblock, if you didn't know, is actually still in prototype. It hasn't actually came out as its own game like the Pit has, and it's still under heavy development and stuff like that. But the Capture the Wool game, it's been in the prototype lobby for quite a while now. But I actually remember I played it. I played the game. Wait, just why did I do that? Well, anyways, I played Capture the Wool while it was still in prototype. A good bit, and then I mean, I got like a few wins, a few kills, and stuff like that, enough to make a difference. So now, if we go here, there's the new Capture the Wool game. We click here, and there's stats. These are all my stats, and yeah, I've played it a bit while it was I've played it a good bit after it came out of prototype and stuff like that, but I still had my kills and stuff like from before it came out of prototype. So this goes to show that when games come out of prototype, you keep your stats, and stats and swords and stuff like that, mystics and all that stuff, I'm assuming would be the same. And like I said, stats, Technoblade stats definitely didn't reset down to 0, and its playtime reset whenever the pit came out of prototype. And the pit's never reset, I don't think. So yeah, if it had reset, then his stats would either be down at 0, or he'd have to grind it back again and stuff like that, and that wouldn't have really worked out, and like that wouldn't have helped to solve anything. But as you can see, Capture the Wool, the stats, I know that the stats from that actually carried on into the game when it went to the arcade. So who's to say that the pit wouldn't have done that? In um, the pits, it's like, I think there's definitely some people who have a bunch of mystics and stuff like that, and there's no way that people could have, between April and like now, which is October, I've gotten like 35 prestiges and stuff like that. That's definitely been from since it was before prototype. So prototype and switching over and stuff like that didn't really help anything. But when the kill counter and playtime counter was implemented, which I'm assuming was either in the beginning of the prototype or somewhat towards like a few months in or something like that, that could have actually managed to change some stuff that could have made Technoblade stats the way they are. But this is kind of complicated and not really easy to get down to the bottom of, so it's probably going to take me at least a few more days and a good few more forums posts and stuff like that to go through, and I might just quit right now for the day, and I'm not really sure. But anyways, I'll cut it in the next clip. Okay, so after searching videos of Technoblade in the pit on YouTube, even though I don't think there was any and didn't think there were, I found like a few clickbait videos and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing, like at all. He might have made a video private about him in the pit because he abused some sort of a mystic thing and didn't want to get banned or something like that, or deleted a video, took it down or something like that. And I'm not really, I might use the Wayback Machine and stuff like that to go back to 2018 or whenever he played, which is 2 months ago, and look at his YouTube channel and stuff like that, but I'm not really interested in that as much as I would be in, like, well, I'm not really that interested in doing that, and I might if I can't find any other evidence from any other way, and yeah. Okay, so now I looked up the latest update in the pit, the forums post about that. Found the guy who made it, and Minicoin is, I think I'm saying that right. This is the guy who, or the girl, or whoever. This is the person who made the latest pit update, the kill streak stuff. So if I go here, search for pit, and just take out whatever my hotkey for recording, and go here. So to find the posts on the pit, we can find a tiny patch 0.31, and yeah, I've searched through all these, and I don't think that the tiny patch 0.31 is really going to be that useful because it's just a few fixes, config knowledge, that stuff, disable placing blocks of speed, a few things like that, and it's pretty much it. And that was done on April 7th, 2018. So now if I go back, I'm going to go through, just try to find, go do the same thing and just go here and here, and then just control F and find the pit. Okay, so now as we can see on here, just let me get back, there is 18 different things that stay the pit in the fourth section of his posts. So here it's event brainstorm contest, stuff for next events and stuff. Second map in Mystic Well, we just released the pit and that stuff, Mystic Well, and that was 0.35. So yeah, fishing club patch. There's a new feature for fishing club renown upgrade, battle fishing available. That might be somewhat useful. The pizza patch isn't going to be useful. Drop confirmation doesn't really seem to change anything. So yeah, Coral's map doesn't change anything. Recent bug fixes might be somewhat useful. So yeah, I'm just going to go continue digging around some forum posts like this, but just wanted to show kind of how I was doing. Okay, so I've came across this forums post right here. It's Pit Blue, a pit stats website from here. So yeah, we can look up anyone's stats from this. So I'm not sure how, like, this shouldn't really be useful or change anything since the stats are coming from. Is Pit Blue even still like a thing? Please let Pit Blue still be a thing. Let's just do this. There we go. No, of course I misspelled. Well, anyways, there we go. Try to type too fast, but here we go. So just waiting. Yeah, I don't really think Pit Blue is going to be like useful at all. Yep. But yeah, since stats, pit stats have been moved in our systems, we can transfer processes manually. But the pit stats have been moved in our systems, but the transfer process is manual. So where are you importing stats from? If your stats all show 0 or have reset recently, hit the import button. So his stats definitely, well, maybe he didn't import stats from whenever this came around, and then he actually just went on and continued killing players, killed 88 players in an hour, and then his stats such as his prestige can still be there. this seems like a more logical explanation than saying that he just like logged on at the last second of every major event and got a few thousand XP and stuff from that for just participating in the pants that he got from fans and stuff like that. Because he'd run through pants pretty quickly and he wouldn't be able to really fix them because heresy and stuff like that was implemented at a later date, and he might have been able to fix them because heresy was implemented. I think it was farther than 2 months ago, and he was on 2 months ago. But anyways, there is always a chance that he could have logged on last second of every major event and stuff like that. But I don't think he's really that lazy. I mean, I know that he might be pretty lazy, but just the explanation that he didn't hit import on his stats and do this, and just went on and got 88 more kills seems more logical to me, at least. So I'm just going to continue doing a bit more digging and stuff like that, and just look through a bit more forums posts, and then I'll come up with my conclusion, I guess, and just see what I can find. Well, actually, I really just wanted to kind of say this. I just thought about it, how weird it was that it was on Pit Blue, a stats website. Like, why would I even click on this? Why would I be dumb enough to just click on this? Like, yeah, it gives a year in between now and when the pit actually started, with the import stats and stuff like this. Visit Pit Blue, some of the stats requirement, manual stuff, and the stats being messed up like this. But how I just clicked on Pit Blue, just being dumb enough to do that and coming across this. I mean, I remember seeing the import stats button for my account, or I think maybe one of my friends' accounts when he was playing or something. I remember seeing it before. Or it might still be there on my account, and you might just be able to hit it as much as you want. I don't really know. I'll go check in a little while, but I'm pretty sure it isn't there. But yeah, that's just some like weird click on some weird website would have got me to this. Just wow. And of course, I just gotta say this would have never happened. Like, I would have never found this probably, the import stats, and been smart enough to think about this if I didn't click on this website. Okay, so now after going back to the Hypixel Pit and looking at this, my import stat button isn't here. I think I played once while it was in prototype, maybe got like 2 kills or something, then quit. So yeah, I guess I already hit that and like implemented my 2 kills or whatever, and 20 deaths or maybe 2,000 deaths or something like that. I don't really know. But anyways, yeah. So now after coming down a bit and actually going back through here to read through this stuff, some of the stats require a manual change to be available in the API and in-game. So in-game, I guess it means /view because it's connected to all of this and stuff like that, and wasn't automatically imported for some reason, so you got to manually import it. If all your stats showed 0, or have recently, or have reset recently, which his stats, I'm assuming they reset, and he only got 88 kills and played for an hour and 45 minutes during that time. So he didn't get all that XP during that time, and didn't exploit like a bug like I was thinking about while abusing the combo XP3, which it's kind of weird to have a combo XP3 thing that has full lives and stuff like this, and having that on an account with a bunch of XP like that, and kind of seems weird to me after seeing that video. But yeah, I'm happy with this conclusion right here, that he has never hit his import stat button or something like that. Maybe his stats got screwed up or something. Maybe he just didn't decide to hit import stats. But anyways, yep. It wouldn't have been available in game or in the API and stuff like that because he didn't transfer stats. So yeah, that looks like that's the release right here. It's in May 3rd, 2019. So I guess he's only played for an hour and 45 minutes after May 3rd, 2019, or something like that. Maybe he only played for well, yeah, I guess that's pretty much that. I was gonna say maybe he only played for an hour and whatever before the transfer and stuff like that, and none of the stats have actually changed, but that would be weird because of the reset and stuff like that. But anyways, I'll just, yeah, well, yeah, so I'll probably leave a link to this forums post because it's been the most helpful to me. Yeah, this is definitely like the only forums post I really needed, I guess. I mean, the times were kind of useful to have because he could have played a year before this and a year after this, and he's only played an hour and 45 minutes after this, and probably played a lot before this, which kind of makes sense because in 2019 his YouTube channel started to blow up and he started like Potato War and all that stuff. And yeah, while that wasn't exactly in 2019, yeah, Hypixel Skyblock came out I think it might have been in winter or summer. I think it was in winter or something. So it would have been about 2019 and stuff like that, and that blew up. And yeah, and before that he had SMP Earth and all that stuff like that. So yeah, he's been probably pretty busy after 2019, and before 2019 didn't really do too much. I mean, you did the casual Sky Wars like videos and stuff like that, Bed Wars stuff, like V collaboration videos and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, and it looks like he's played on the pit quite a bit before that, and yeah. So this conclusion definitely makes me happy, and hopefully is a decent conclusion to all of you. And yeah, I'm happy to know that Technoblade didn't abuse any sort of a glitch, like with Combo XP3, and actually played and wasn't just relying on his fans to give him a set of pants that would actually give him XP and stuff like that, even if he didn't participate in events and only logging on for 1 second during that stuff. But the only weird thing about this is you can't really find a screenshot with anyone who has seen Technoblade in the pit in 2018. But if you think about that, MVP++ was added in about 2017 or something like that, 2017, 2018, and Technoblade got it, made a video on it. I think that was in 2017 or 18, kind of in between that time right there. So he would have definitely had the ability to use /Nick. And even if he didn't have MVP++, he would have had YouTube rank probably in 2018 sometime, I'm assuming. But I'm not exactly sure with his subscriber count and stuff like that. I'm not that hardcore of a fan. So yeah, this is definitely the conclusion I want to go with, that he just didn't import his stats and stuff like that and screw stuff up like that. And yeah, so that's definitely one of the best conclusions we could have came to. And yeah, just a last look at Technoblade's stats here. And yeah, I'm assuming he just used /Nick when he was in the pit and stuff like that, so people didn't even really recognize him and stuff, and didn't take screenshots with him and all target him and stuff like that. It was last seen 2 months ago, which I'm assuming he just got on and played for an hour and 45 minutes when there was like an update or something like that, or he just kind of felt like it 2 months ago. I guess that was after the potato war, kinda, and stuff like that, and calmed down. I'm assuming that, even though it might have, yeah, it was after the potato war. I think I could go to his YouTube channel to make sure, but I'm pretty sure right now. So yeah, he definitely has a lot of rare items and stuff, and the combo XP. That was just so weird to see that, like full lives and aqua pants and stuff all together. But yeah, that's definitely a nice conclusion for me. I'll just kind of stop rambling on, and yeah. So this actually took quite a while to think about and to figure this out. But if we go back and look at Prestige Zero and stuff, it looks like he's played for quite a while, like about 20 or so minutes there. Let's say he could have played through here, right? No, he couldn't have, because it's another day. I'm dumb. Anyways, yeah, it looks like he kind of played for more than an hour and 45 minutes, and I haven't really went through all his Prestige histories and looked at all the time and stuff right here. I know he bought a bunch of upgrades like all together and stuff, but like the gap right here, that would have been over an hour, and I'm assuming he was playing during that. But yeah, he's in there. You can see general strats completed with 100k XP, completed with so much XP. I mean gold, not XP. So there we go. It was unlocked in 3/3/2019, and yeah. So 3/3/2019. I'm assuming I can't really put together. Wait, here we go. May 3, 2019. So that's about the same time. That's close enough to be somewhat relevant to that time. And I'm assuming he just got a bit of XP in 1 hour and 45 minutes while streaking or something like that. Somewhat streaking with the 88 kills and stuff like that, and then just kind of logged off. So yeah. Now if you look at Technoblade's stats, you'll understand the full story if you've actually seen this video. And now I gotta go advertise this video to everyone and try to clickbait it as much as I can after editing. So I'll see you then. So just a quick side note after the end of the video right here, I wanted to say that solving this mystery was, kind of whatever it was, wasn't really kind of a mystery and didn't take that long to solve and stuff like that. But doing stuff like this is somewhat interesting to me. I like doing it. And enjoy doing it, and making content out of it, and like this. I think this is a style of videos that I'd like to kind of take on and start doing more of, and I hope that they'll be interesting, like the last pit video where I just ranted about the pit, got 20 whole views, and this video clickbait's Technoblade and the pit and all this stuff, so it should get a good amount of views and stuff. But anyways, if you have any weird mysteries with like your friends and their accounts and stuff, or stats, or anything like this kind of related to Minecraft or the content that I make, or Hypixel, or anything like this, and even another server or something like that, just you can. I'll probably have my. Well, I'm not really active on Discord, so making a comment on the YouTube video, just saying something, or saying you've got a mystery for me to solve, and asking for my Discord to talk about it privately or something. Yeah, I'll definitely try to respond to it, as long as there isn't like thousands upon thousands of comments as soon as this video just gets out. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I just got one more thing to say, and that is, if you want technoblade stats to actually be normal, or want to figure out if my theory is correct about technoblade stats, which I'm assuming, yeah, it's got to be the most logical theory or solution to the mystery that there is out there. And if you want that to happen, you could just spam comment Technoblade. You can message him. However, you could say something on Twitter or whatever other social media he has that I don't really know about. Not sure about Discord, what you could do with that. But you could definitely just spam comment on his YouTube videos, and just hope he kind of looks through those and sees them. And then just tell him to hit the import stats button on the pit, and we'll be able to figure out his stats and all that stuff. Okay, so now I'd just like to kind of wrap things up and just say a few things. I know I've said a bunch of things, rambling on for a while, but just getting back to the topic. Here we are, stats. Like, who would, like, Technoblade? So he logged on 2018, 2019, in between that time. He played for a good bit, and then logged on a bit after 2019 for an hour and 45 minutes or so. Got 88 kills and logged off, never to be seen again for about 2 months. But, like, who walks in here and just checks their stats every hour and 45 minutes, or every 2 hours? Or, I mean, I've played the pit for about 75 hours, and I've only, like, went to this stats guy, for about, like, maybe 3 times at most, just to check weird stats like damage taken, KDR, and wheat farmed and stuff like that. And yeah, wheat farm doesn't even update here. But anyways, maybe does it reset or something? I don't even know. Maybe it's broken. But anyways, like, I think it's safe to assume that Technoblade just didn't go here to the villager and click on the like, import stats stuff to do that. And yeah, I believe that, and believe that he just didn't import the stats by clicking on the little repeater thing, or whatever it's called, and just didn't do that, because even if he did look at his stats, maybe he looked at it through Pit Panda, and he definitely wouldn't have got like an email or something, or a notification somehow that he needs to import his stats. But now you guys might actually give him a reason to import his stats and stuff like that. So anyways, just another thought that I had and wanted to kind of share.